107.5 WBLS, your number one source for R&B.
It is a pleasure and honor to welcome Nate, Sean, and Wanye with us tonight. Boyz II Men, fellas.
What's up?
How are you?
How you doing, sir? How's it been?
You know, I remember these cats. I'm not going to even tell you the city when they first came out. Matter of fact, the first song didn't even come out yet. They were still shop. You guys were just traveling around with the record company, and you were in this little city. And I just happened to be one of the radio personalities in that city. And you guys were laid back but cool, somewhat like you are now. But now you're cool with. Now they're laid back and cool with and have a lot of money, which is great. So congratulations on the accolades that you have received over the years.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
Has it gotten very comfortable in the level where you guys have grown to? Because, you know, we all have a beginning.
Absolutely.
And when I don't know how often you guys look back at your life from the very start to where you are now, but when you look back and you reflect on where you are today, are you still grateful? Are you still humble? Are you still appreciative? Do you remember those days when you didn't have?
I tell you, if we didn't remember them, there was a time in our career where we I guess you could say took somewhat of a sabbatical. We were not in the I guess the mainstream of things, and a lot of people didn't know what Boyz II Men was actually doing. Well, it was a downslope, you know what I mean, and we went from selling out, you know, stadiums arenas, Madison Square Garden on New Year's Eve, to performing in a club somewhere in Pittsburgh called Puffer Bellies, you know.
Right.
So it was a situation that, you know, it humbled us, and it made us remember those times when you saw us in that little city, that little town, you know what I mean, where we were, you know, pushing forward, trying to be recognized, and, you know, put us back in that mindset. So at this point, we recognize the possibilities and all the things that happened and the blessings that came upon Boyz II Men. Man, we are very, very grateful, very grateful.
Well, needless to say, obviously you knew that there was a niche in the music industry, and that embraced you and loved you all these years, man. What made you come up with the title, first and foremost?
It kind of suited what we were doing. This time we decided to take a different approach when it comes to recording songs. Normally we go in the studio, we create, we write songs, we bring in producers, we do all this kind of stuff. This time we did a joint venture with BMG Rights, which is more of a publishing company than a record label, and they brought us a gang of songs that were incredible. And we just decided to do them. We didn't want to think about it. We didn't care who wrote it, where it came from. It didn't matter what genre it was. It didn't matter, rock record, pop record, R&B record. It didn't matter. We took every song that came to us that we thought was great, and we recorded it, and that's why the album is called Collide, because it's a bunch of songs that probably would never be on anybody else's album like this. Wow. And we decided to, you know, make them collide all together on this record.
So one would say that this is the most diverse project that you guys have produced.
Without a doubt.
Yes, without a doubt. Yes.
Wow. Are you happy about that?
Absolutely, absolutely. I mean, we wanted to take music away from the genre-driven, you know, style. People know Boyz II Men as R&B singers, but we wanted them to actually open up their minds and set aside the preconceived notion of Boyz II Men to recognize the music, the lyrical content, the feeling, the vibe. Any of these songs could have been on any other artist because they already existed. But we put our style on it, our way of interpretation, and you know, we just want people to fall in love with the concept itself and music alone.
Well, take me into this project. What should we go into first? Give me one of those nice, quiet storm, laid back kind of grooves that I think everyone can appreciate.
But, yeah.
Title track.
Yeah.
You said you did not do any writing at all.
No.
On this particular project. How? Well, I guess you guys felt comfortable, obviously, and why wouldn't you? After you guys have created such a base for yourself and such a foundation for yourself, felt very comfortable delving into someone else's creativity, but you knew, obviously, what you guys can produce no matter what is given to you. Right?
Absolutely.
Right, exactly. We're musicians, and we feel like, honestly, to pull away the genre lines and things of that nature is something that our predecessors have done. You know, the people that came before us. Like, when you think of a lot of the great artists like Michael Jackson, Stevie Wonder, the Isley Brothers, Marvin Gaye, all of these people who basically were black artists, you know, considered soul music artists. They were the ones that did the innovative moves first. They didn't always do a black song. They didn't always do an R&B record. They always delved and tried to go into other avenues and things of that nature. So we feel like being musicians, claiming to be musicians, I think we're just doing what comes natural to us. So when it came down to making records, we feel like all of it is soulful. We feel like all of it has an element of soul to it because of the fact that we went different variations in different ways. When you listen to Fulfilling This First Finale, or when you listen to a lot of records that the Isley Brothers did with rock guitars, all of that other stuff. Like these were black men doing R&B, quote unquote, music, but still delved into other types of music as well. We feel like we're just following in those footsteps of those greats.